Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the New York Giants and the Denver Broncos. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from Denver. Tyrone Tracy now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now here's Ncaa on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Going right back to Ncaa. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
You want to drain some of the excitements of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
1st and 10 from the 32. Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. That's complete to Darius Slayton. Into the red zone. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Giants take a 6-0 lead right away. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Sanders all set to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
Project, this ain't what you want.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Nick starting with the pass. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Opening carry for Devon Ncaa. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Nix from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Giants will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
They send a man in motion. It's Ncaa on 2nd down. They're working a couple yards past the line. Enough to stop that play with Ncaa Barron.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll motion Slayton left. Rolling on 3rd. Here's Dart. That one's caught by Mooney. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's good for a New York first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Running with Ncaa. And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Man in motion here.
19 Tigers.
On the handoff, here's Ncaa. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Mustang 19.
As the play clock nears 0, we've got a timeout from Coach Brian Dable. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60, 19 Lions.
Slot man in motion left. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding it up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Jason Sanders on for the field goal. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Sanders sends it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a first inside the red zone. They'll run here following the penalty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains in next week.
Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Ncaa Barron has it.
Bounce pass. Intercepted. Ncaa Barron on the coverage.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Hold on, set. Ready. Bombers.
From his end zone, it's Ncaa. Kansas fullback. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30.
It's a gain of 29. And the Broncos, first down.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at 1st down here. Out of the gun, it's Ncaa. Buys time, rolling right. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. He gets loose down the right side. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yaps. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain, turning it into an explosive play.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Throwing on 1st down, Ncaa escapes the pocket. That's caught. Ncaa. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Hold on, set. Ready.
Throwing again. Here's Ncaa. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. One after tries good by lots. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Tracy on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Broncos, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. Well, what better way to follow up one interception than by getting back out there and picking off another on the 1st play of the very next drive.
And think of all the work the offense just did on the sideline to try and recover. Okay, let's put together a good plan. Here's your adjustment. And in just one play, you flush it all down the toilet.
Now Ncaa. And he makes the catch, but he will not get the feet down. Oh, Brock, that could have been a highlight reel touchdown. Instead, just an incompletion. After the penalty, this is 1st and goal.
Hold on, set. Ready.
Ncaa. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
I see the bunch of mean guys in the bandana ties. Going to the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised you can ride, they kill a vibe. Probably the reason you got trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs. Gripping on it like I'm picking a pride. I hit the crib with it, collide. But really ain't tripping, we kicking it right through the,
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Hold on, set.
Another for Ncaa. And this time he's in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Ncaa with the touchdown. Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. On 1st down, Ncaa. And he gets him around 6 there. Hufanga there to make the play.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
And we'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Driving forward with Ncaa. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. And on the tackle is Jonathan Cooper.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Offense in the hurry up here. First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll knife his way through for a pick of a 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
It's Tracy on 2nd down. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold it right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. They go right back to Tracy. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. So 2 minutes still to play in this 1st half, partner. More from Mile High in just a moment.
1st down, New York.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Go play action. Here's Dart. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Hufanga makes the play. And the Broncos get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. We have seen this happen before, partner. 3 interceptions in a row. We're going to spare the quarterbacks who've done it. Not going to mention any names, but, man, not a list that he wanted to join.
Yeah, he probably stopped throwing the ball. Like, stop throwing the ball. You say that out loud?
That was out loud, yeah. Knicks now on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Throw to the right, finds Waddle. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. And that'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Nix. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Goes to the hurry up here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Giants' 24-yard line.
Once more, it's Nix. He finds his back, Harvey. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos double their lead to 14.
Giants 7. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's Tracy on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. This round's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, here's Dart. Completed over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. A good pass from the rookie out of Ole Miss, and it gets him a first.
13 more yards. That's another Giants first down.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit.
42 yards.
This one from 42 yards out. Sanders sends it through, and that'll get him back to 11. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Hold on, set.
Second half begins with a run by Ncaa. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. Brian Burns coming up with the stop.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Ready. Bombers.
Ncaa to throw. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. And it's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Motion. Ready. My name is Hunt. Olay.
Ncaa to the right. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after, looks like a yard gain. Tyler Newman with the tackle.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
48-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Go, go. Ready. Bombers, bombers, bombers.
Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so they're left facing third and long. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
To the right, yeah. Away, away, away. Away, away, away.
On third down, here's Nix. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10.
Oh, my son. Chill, chill, chill. Ready. My name is Hunt.
Running with Ncaa here out of the gun. He has room past the 25. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Hey, motion, motion. Ready. My name is Hunt.
From the red zone now. Couldn't get the screen set up properly. Broadcast incomplete, and they're going to hope for better results now on second down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
Away, away, away.
Second down. Here's Nix again. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos push their lead to 18.
Giants 10. Will Lutz kicking off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Giants lining things up. First and 10. Dart out of the shotgun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. Offense in a hurry up here.
A gain of 12 yards.
On first down, here's Dart. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that brings up second down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Receiver in motion, going left. That's going to throw again here on second and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to attain through that hit. So now it's going to be third and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Third down, Tracy gets it. And he gets him 5, but still a ways short of that line of gain. So here comes fourth down.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
And he sets them back to begin this drive. That kick goes out, and I'd call it about the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll start the drive with Ncaa. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. 40. Hits the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. Ncaa with the touchdown. Extra point try now for the Lutz. The point after splits the upright. And the Broncos continue piling on to this lead.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
New York to the line. First and 10. Here's Scatterboo. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. Second and 7 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. A give to Tracy up the middle. He takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's third down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Third and just 2 to go. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. And up running left. It's Ncaa. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Nick's looking to throw. Buying some time right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Hold my set.
It's Nicks out of the pistol. Here's a screen for Ncaa. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. When I sit and judge defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
On fourth down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. He'll get it at the 9. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10. Scatterboot now from the gun. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Giants are going to have the first down. On the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive.
First down, Giants.
Quick one to the outside by Dart. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Giants who are going to have it to start the fourth quarter, partner, in a game that seems pretty far out of their reach. Just a yard left to go on second down.
18, shut up. 72, Wolf. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. Oh, he put everything he had into that, and they pick him off again! Picked off Brandon Jones!
First pass, intercepted. Brandon Jones on the cover.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got first and 10.
Joe.
It's Ncaa on the inside give. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, that kind of game may not take a safety out of the picture on the next play, but at least you won't have half your guys standing in the end zone on the next snap. That was a valuable little run right there.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Hold my set.
And stick with Ncaa. Finds a seam past the 15, past the 35. Devon Ncaa at the 20. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos continue piling it on here in the fourth. Devon Ncaa with the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. Slow finds a seam left side. He's off to the races. And he doesn't get too far on the return, but hey, the overall play amounts to a point kept off the board with that blocked extra point. Well, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Giants lining things up. First and 10. A handoff to Tracy. Room to work at the 35. He's all the way up to the 41. They got 21 yards on the play. And it's good for a New York first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. This is Ncaa, left side. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. And play action with Darts. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. Got a man, and Neighbors has it. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. How about 19 yards on 4th down, partner? And the call to go for it pays off.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On 1st down, this is Ncaa. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. Casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Here's Tracy once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 2 yards to the pickup. They're going to be left with 4th and 4.
It's 4th down.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. Still has some space inside the 35. Makes a cut left. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. Broncos continue adding to an insurmountable lead.
Take that play right there. That run is exactly why this team wanted this rookie on their roster. It is so hard to break away from the pack at the NFL level. This rookie is putting on a show.
Giants 10. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. New York to the line. 1st and 10. Driving forward with Scattaboo. He dodged the tackle. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate. That's such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
It's Scattaboo on 2nd down. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. And right back to Scattaboo. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
1st down. Here we go. It's a gain of 6.
On the handoff, here's Scattaboo. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
2nd and 6.
Running with Scattaboo. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Gain of 12 yards. And the Giants 1st down.
So to the side of many mile-high salutes throughout the building. It's a win at home for the Broncos. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the 2nd half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Broncos are winners.
Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up, this we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m. we ended up at Live. 3 a.m. we like open. 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home.